The number one biggest mistake that first-time home buyers make, you gotta listen to this, is they don't plan. Plan to buy a house. You plan 2 years in advance for your vacation. Plan ahead when you're buying your house. Talk to somebody like myself. Hi, I'm Tracy Putnam. Many of you know me as Tracy Benjamin, and this is what I'm telling first-time home buyers. Come to me first before you decide that you want to buy. Let's plan. Let's look at your credit. Let's look at how much savings you have. Let's look at your income. Are you looking to change jobs? It is really hard when you're in the middle of a real estate transaction and you pick up a different job, because that job could, you go from hourly to commission. Well, guess what? You've just counted yourself out of buying a house for 2 years. Commission employees require 2 years commission income before it can be used to qualify. So things like your credit, are there things that could you improve on your credit score so you can get a lower interest rate so it won't cost you more money to get into that house? Those are things that if you are doing pre-planning, just like your plan for a vacation, like you're gonna go to Disneyland, we're gonna go in 2 years and we're gonna save this money, X amount of dollars each month. Do that for a house buying. How important that is. This is the biggest financial decision you're ever gonna make in your life. Put some planning into it. Do you have are your credit cards maxed out? You know what? The quickest, easiest way to get your credit scores up is attacking your credit card. The credit bureaus, all you want to see is 30% usage or less. And no, you do not have to carry a balance on your credit card to have higher credit scores. They're looking at the history of your credit. So if you're keeping your balances zero, guess what? Credit cards companies are going to raise your limit. They're going to want you to borrow more so that you can get into debt. Don't do it. Just continue to keep your credit cards at zero, and you're going to have higher credit scores than you ever dreamed of. That is the quickest, easiest way to get your credit scores up. That will help you when you buy your first house. How much money are you setting aside? There are states like Oregon, where I'm at, that will give you a tax deduction for saving money to buy a home. They'll give you up to $10,000 tax credit. That's dollar for dollar tax credit. If you can save $10,000 in a year's time, you'll be able to write off $10,000 off of your Oregon tax return. So then hopefully you'll get a refund. You can add that to your house fund, because not only when you are buying your house, there are expenses involved. You have money you have to deposit when your seller accepts your offer. There is an appraisal you have to pay for. There's home inspections you have to pay for. Those are things that are upfront that people just do not realize. So if you're planning ahead for that time when you're ready to buy a home, you're gonna be in a better position than somebody that hasn't planned. And your offer, if you're competing, your offer is gonna be taken over somebody else's. Be stable in your income. We as lenders wanna see that you have longevity. Remember, we're making a decision to lend you the money for a home that particular time, and it's for a 30-year time period. So we're making a decision on you now for the longevity that you'll be in that house for 30 years. Do we think you're going to be in the house for 30 years? No, but we're making a decision as if you're going to be in that house for 30 years. So your income has to be stable. If you've had 10 jobs in a year's time, guess what? You're going to need to stay there a little bit longer to have the confidence in a lender that you're not jumping from employer to employer. So if you're an hourly employee, a salary, those are all stable type income. If you're in commission-based income, you gotta be there for a couple years in order to consider that income. Same with overtime, unless your job requires that you have overtime. So those are certain things that you need to think of when you are planning. So if you can talk to me first, we can put those plans in place so you have a direction and a goal to get you from point A to point B and moving into your first home. So please, if you like this video, like, share, and reach out, make comments. I try to answer those. Want to help you in any way I possibly can. I have had 30 years of experience and I've seen a lot.